The youth of today needs to have that sense of owning their community and understanding that no one is coming, no one is going to come from out there and bring them anything. They need to do it for themselves.
In 2008, Pumla Gyafta decided to use her knowledge of farming to start teaching women in her community how to farm in their own backyards. Over time, the initiative grew, and so did the demand of people who wanted to learn how to farm in their gardens. With high levels of youth unemployment and poverty in this community, she decided to start this vegetable garden in 2012. The produce goes towards her nutritional center. As early as 10 a.m., people line the street waiting for their daily meal. It's a lifeline for most residents in this area. This nutritional center and vegetable garden are run by young people, the majority of whom come from impoverished backgrounds.
I'm so grateful to be working here at this vegetable garden. At home, I'm the breadwinner and things are really tough. So being able to learn this farming skill has allowed me to make money for my own home.
We have started this from the community. We want a generational thing that is going to continue. Young people must be roped in so that when we are weak and no longer able to do it, they can continue to do the same work we are doing. We've got a group of women also who are doing sewing. We train people in sewing. We train people also in beading and doing some earrings so that they can make money for themselves.
Another heroine in her community is Vuyokazi Langaboy, who runs a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. After watching her brother battling a drug addiction for years, she decided to ensure that no other young person falls prey to this pandemic. One of those whose life has been changed for the better is a rehabilitated alcoholic.
It's actually giving me a lot of faith, because that means our government has the opportunity to listen to us. Because what I'm afraid is that our government is not in touch with the ground, because there's this theory or there's this concept used by even politicians that says the ground forces. I think the government needs to establish also from themselves ground forces that will help tell the story of women who are struggling, of young men who are also struggling, because this is a social compact.
Even though we don't get paid for it, but the joy for me is to see a 360-degree change to a person when a person starts first to look clean and change the way they look at life and stop blaming the community or themselves for how their life has turned out. To see a person being able to say, Sisi, I went to put a CV there in that place. Sisi, I've started a job somewhere. So it gives us a whole outlook to say there is a possible future for our communities to live in a drug-free society.
Collecting pre-loved clothes and then donating them to underprivileged community members is a daily task for Tenjiwe Njobe. Most of those who come here are wholly dependent on her for all types of clothes.
I feel good.
I love the work I do with all my heart. To be able to give back like this makes me sleep with a smiling heart. To know that I get to clothe people who have nothing daily is the greatest fulfillment. I'm so blessed and always want to be a blessing to others.
All the women agree that this world can be a far better place if everyone spreads a little light in their own corners. Lerato, Fekisi, SABC News, Gqeberha.